Show me the money. Money in the Bank, that is. And thank you for tuning in and listening to my audio-only WWE Money in the Bank live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, and Luke96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Scroll down and check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit that red subscribe button right here on YouTube as well, along with the notification bell next to it, so you can stay up to date. Thumbs up button, share hashtag WWE, hashtag MITB for Money in the Bank, hashtag Money in the Bank as well. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, and super likes, always greatly appreciated. Only 6 matches for Money in the Bank this evening as the kickoff pre-show wraps up here with Caleb Braxton, Booker T, Kevin Dan Patrick, JBL, and good old Peter Rosenberg, where Sam Roberts at when you need him. But no match on the kickoff pre-show, which was a little bit of a surprise, to be honest with you. Here, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, as the WWE for Money in the Bank here this evening is out in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. So we'll see who can roll the dice and become Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank for 2022 into 2023. Of course, if you win Money in the Bank, you'll have one full calendar year to cash in, as the Money in the Bank is a contract briefcase in which, once again, you have one full calendar year in order to cash in to become champion. The contract is basically a championship. 85% of Money in the Bank winners have gone on to successfully cash in to become champion, including all women in the few short years they've had the women's Money in the Bank ladder match as well. So, yeah, 6 matches. Should be about a 2.5 hour to 3 hour show. We'll have 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches, 2 singles women's championship matches, one for the Raw women's title and the other for the SmackDown women's title. The tag team titles will also be on the line, as the Usos will defend against Street Profits, as Jimmy and Jey Uso are, in fact, your undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. So the Raw Women's Championship match will feature Bianca Belair defending against Carmella. SmackDown Women's Championship match will see Ronda Rousey and Natalya square off. Usos, Street Profits for the tag team titles once again. Austin Theory will defend his United States Championship against the almighty Bobby Lashley. And then, as mentioned, with it being Money in the Bank, it seems like the women's Money in the Bank ladder match can kick off the show because the white briefcase has been hanging above the ring the whole entire kickoff pre-show. But of course, plans could change. Here at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Kickoff pre-show now hitting 000. Warning, main card about to begin. We'll get the Then Now Forever Together WWE opening video package. There we go. But yeah, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match will have Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Becky Lynch. Those three, I think, are in fact the favorites. We'll see Lacey Evans, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, formerly known as Raquel Gonzalez, and Shotzi Blackheart. Whereas with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, we'll have Seth frickin' Rollins, Matt Riddle, along with Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, who won the Fatal 4-Way in SmackDown's main event last night to be the final participant added to this match here tonight, along with the Nigerian giant Omos, which I would be shocked if he'd win, but you never know. I want to be shocked if they have Moss win it for the hell of it to piss people off. But I feel for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, it's either going to be Seth frickin' Rollins or Matt Riddle. And I've been hammering for them to do something with Matt Riddle ever since this time last year. Thought, okay, potentially win the Royal Rumble this past January. He did not, but at the same point in time, of course, he was still in a feud with the, he was teamed up with the Viper, Randy Orton. That feud will be coming at some point in time in the near future once Orton, of course, returns from his current injury. A lot of superstars on the shelf right now with injuries. We'll get more into all that later, along with recapping Backlash, Hell in a Cell, now, of course, Money in the Bank tonight, SummerSlam 4 weeks from tonight as well. But keep an eye out, of course, once again, as mentioned recently, a Backlash. It'll include Double or Nothing, Hell in a Cell, along with Forbidden Door, Blood and Guts, and Money in the Bank here tonight as well, with discussion on Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, MJF, Vince McMahon as well. So was planning on getting that out. I believe I said this on Sunday during Forbidden Door. If I didn't, well, now I am, but I was planning on having that recap out before these three events this past week, but didn't get around to it. So got 4 weeks to do it from now until SummerSlam. And then, of course, we'll turn into football season. We'll get SummerSlam and then Clash at the Castle, Labor Day weekend, the night before All Out. But I'll digress on that, for the time being. But Money in the Bank with opening pyro. Money in the Bank sets the course for the calendar year, in my opinion, for WWE. My favorite, not necessarily pay-per-view, but stipulation, I guess you could say. An object that, once again, if you win, 85% chance on successfully cashing in and becoming champion. The go-to commentary, Jimmy Smith, Corey Graves, Byron Saxon on the call from Monday Night Raw, Cole McAfee for SmackDown. It seems like the women's Money in the Bank ladder match once again is kicking off the show. Let me know in the comments below who you have winning that match, along with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match that should be the main event, along with the other 4 matches, 6 total once again, 2 women's championship matches, a tag team title match. Austin Theory defending his U.S. title this 4th of July weekend. Hopefully everyone is having a happy and safe 4th of July, as the 4th is less than 48 hours away. But the following is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That's how we'll kick off the night for Money in the Bank here this evening from the MGM Grand Arena in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Of course, that was supposed to be also in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, home of the Silver and Black Raiders, but they ended up moving to the MGM Grand, not T-Mobile, because there is a UFC event ongoing right now in Vegas tonight as well. But in the meantime, here comes big-time Becky Lynch. Becky, Asuka, and Alexa. I'd be fine with one of those three. Doesn't make sense to me to have Lacey Evans live. I can understand that as well, depending on who you ask. But then Raquel and Shotzi, like, unless they want to, propel somebody into superstardom tonight, especially Madcap Moss. I believe I said right after Hell in a Cell that, and no doubt about it, it's been a few years ongoing now at this point. Money in the Bank, they need to get it right tonight. Last year they did with Big E. He cashed in September on Bobby Lashley and became WWE champion. Held it until day one, lost it to Lesnar, and then you get into the Lesnar-Reigns feud from New Year's until WrestleMania, and now we're going to get that match again in 4 weeks at SummerSlam. So as we come full circle, remember, right as COVID hit 2 years ago for Money in the Bank as well, as that was May of 2020. Last year when they returned to the road, they put Money in the Bank back in the middle of the summer, where it rightfully should be. These first two with Asuka and Becky Lynch now in the ring still have Alexa, Lacey, Liv, Raquel, and Chauncey to enter. So 7 women, 7 men in the Money in the Bank ladder matches here tonight. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And, speaking of the devil, they actually show a highlight of Asuka winning Money in the Bank 2 years ago. And then the next night on Raw is when she cashed in on Becky. Said, hey, here's my briefcase. Basically, you can't compete because you're pregnant. I'm women's champion now. Becky took about a year and a half off, returning to SummerSlam last year. Has since re-won those titles. Asuka just returned recently. We'll see who wins this, but should be a good night, hopefully. 3 of the 6 matches are, in fact, women's matches. And then, with what they've been doing with Theory and Lashley, the stupid-ass pose downs, I get they're trying to get Theory over, and he's a damn good heel, and I get this is just the next step following, him taking the selfies, which he's still doing, but, at the end of the day, sometimes it just gets so damn annoying with him. But that's the point, because he's supposed to be a heel like that. He's supposed to get on your nerves. And Lashley's been a former U.S. champion. Of course, Cena just returned this past Monday night on Raw for his 20th anniversary. Speculation, of course, we'll get John Cena and Austin Theory sometime soon. We'll see if that happens or not. But, yeah, there's that. Usos, Street Profits tag team titles, and then the 2 women's championship matches. We could have a women's, cash-in tonight with whoever wins this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. If they want to have them cash in on if Bianca and Ronda both retain, or if both Carmella and Natalya, somehow find a way to pick up the upset win. I think we potentially could see a women's cash in. We've, Now, successful or not, I don't know. We'll see. But we, of course, have seen that in the past. Talk about, returns or debuts tonight. I highly doubt it, but because it seems to me they're more worried about SummerSlam in 4 weeks than they are about Money in the Bank. But yeah, there's that. But no, back to this men's Money in the Bank ladder match that I was discussing once again with Rollins, Riddle, McIntyre, Sheamus, Uso, Sami Zayn, along with Moss and Omos. I've been hammering for them to do something with Matt Riddle for almost a year now, it seems like. And yeah, once Orton comes back, we'll finally get that feud with Riddle and Orton. But they, of course, were tag team champions for, it seemed like, a long time. I mean, hell, it's almost been a year since Usos have been your now new undisputed tag team champions. They were the SmackDown tag team champions, whereas with RK Bro, they're your Raw tag team champions. Of course, Orton's on the shelf with a back injury. We'll see once he returns what they do with him and Riddle, with who's going to be the heel and or face. But no, with Riddle, I thought, okay, have him win, the Royal Rumble, get the title shot at Mania in the main event. Of course, they went with the biggest WrestleMania match of all time with Reigns and Lesnar and unified those titles. So they, of course, only had the one title match then. Bell rings, match underway. Here we go. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, kicking things off, and it seems like everyone's rolling out of the ring, grabbing some ladders, other than Asuka and Becky. So, history with the two of them. Becky in all green, looking like the Irish leprechaun she is. A slide underneath the bottom rope from Becky to Natalya. Asuka with some elbows and kicks. Gets Raquel out of the ring. She was trying to re-enter. Liv and Alexa going at it. So all hell's breaking loose here early. Asuka and Shotzi's somewhat working together, and she grabs the ladder from her, but we'll go to the bottom of the hour. Well, maybe quarter till. It's 8:15 after the opening video package for Money in the Bank and all those 7 entrances. So, women's Money in the Bank ladder match underway, kicking the show off. Becky chant from the crowd. Asuka and Becky still working. Raquel and Shotzi, Alexa and Liv. Who am I missing? Yeah, where the fuck's Lacey Evans at? I know she came out, but where'd she go? Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez with both Becky and Liv on the ladder. She's like trying to press it into the air, but now she takes out Natalya. Here's Alexa from behind. She gets knocked out by the ladder. Yeah, Raquel then presses the ladder into the air with nobody on it. That's not how you put a ladder up. You got to put it on its bottom and stand it straight up and climb it and grab the damn briefcase. Like, Jesus Christ. Double vertical suplex here. Actually, Raquel's going to reverse it and double suplex both Liv and Becky. Onto the ladder, I might add. So Raquel's in full control. Yeah, where the hell did Lacey Evans go? She came out, but she disappeared. Like, what the hell? Raquel, Shotzi, Alexa from behind. She gets elbowed. Shotzi jumps off the top rope, but the ladder as well is propped up into the corner and takes out Alexa. Can somebody please let me know in the comments where the hell Lacey Evans went? I know her entrance music hit. Or did she just not come out and I didn't realize, even though the music played, because I was talking? She's technically in this match. Where the hell did Lacey Evans go? Corey Graves, I believe, just called Byron Sachs and a sixth grader. Well, grab the toaster and jump in the tub while you're at it there, Byron. Do us all a favor. Liv with a knee to Shotzi, Natalya. Or that's Lacey. That's not fucking Natalya. That's Lacey. Why does Lacey look like Natalya tonight? That's what's throwing me off. Okay, so where the fuck's Natalya at? That's what I want to know now. Okay, Raquel's into the corner. There's a ladder propped up. Liv, Lacey, and Asuka just get leg dropped there by Becky off the ropes. All right. So we're missing Natalya, not Lacey. My bad. Might have had a few too many this 4th of July Saturday. And can't even see straight, and we're not even 20 minutes into the show. Alexa Bliss on her knees as she just took out Liv, Becky, and Asuka. She's going to set a ladder up. Alexa Bliss, the first to set a ladder up tonight, and also the first to climb. Raquel from behind, though. Raquel from behind grabs her. Alexa trying to fight her. Couple kicks. We'll get back to my thoughts on Riddle a little bit later on, so stay tuned. This actually isn't that bad of a match. Meantime, as Alexa gets Raquel into the corner, I believe somebody's climbing the ladder. No? Okay, Asuka, she must have... She misses with a kick. Suplexes Alexa. She must have been in the area and then went in a different direction, and they panned the camera at the same time and you couldn't see them, but... Shotzi and Asuka. A suplex onto the ladder. A gnarly landing. What are we, in Long Beach? That's gnarly, dude. Lacey climbing the one side, Asuka on the other. Becky gonna tip the ladder, but nothing really happens, so they come back and beat up Becky. Asuka going after Lacey. Alright, and then Lacey with a running uppercut. She just returned recently. They were running all the vignettes with her about her childhood and, you know, her new real-life gimmick, being a former Marine. They, add the military to her WWE superstar career, and she climbs the ladder. Shotzi pulls her down. She climbs the ladder, but she's on Raw, she's on SmackDown. It seems like, they didn't know what to do with her there for a little bit, but here comes Shotzi. She needs her tank just to shoot down the briefcase and have it fall in her hand so she can win. She ain't gonna win. Neither's Lacey. I'd be shocked if, like I said, anybody other than Alexa, Becky, or Alexa, Oscar, or Becky, excuse me. I'd be shocked if any of the other four win, including Lacey, Raquel, Shotzi, and Liv Morgan. I mean, once again, I can understand the Liv Morgan, aspect to it, but yeah, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Becky. I think one of those three are going to win tonight. Liv trying to grab the briefcase. Oh shit, this ain't going to be good. Fuck. Liv, excuse me, from the top, flips over Raquel, who's standing on the ladder, grabs Lacey, who's like on her or behind her, grabs her by the hips there, and then slams her down for a nice big power bomb off the middle of the ladder. So Raquel's just still hanging there. Liv and Lacey just took each other out. Here's Shotzi. So here comes Alexa from the other side. We got Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Shotzi Blackheart in this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I think I confused myself with Lacey and Natalya. Even though Lacey came out, for some reason, I thought it was Natalya, because I think tonight she looks like her a little bit, especially with the wardrobe. Natalya, of course, up against Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship, so she's technically not even in this match. But we were earlier looking for Lacey. Like, she had just totally disappeared there for a little bit. As right now, both Alexa, just got back into it, but Becky Lynch now has also done the same. So, getting a little bit of a breather, as always, especially in a match with this many competitors. But, Alexa, Asuka, Becky, Lacey, Liv, Raquel, and Shotzi. As the ladder moves 7, Shotzi Blackheart climbing the ladder. Here comes Becky Lynch from behind. Becky slamming Shotzi's head off the top of the ladder. Becky with the green outfit. Shotzi, of course, with the green hair. Money in the Bank. Money is green. White women's briefcase with a contract to cash in anytime, anywhere for a championship opportunity. So if you win the Money in the Bank ladder match, men's and or women's, 85% successful cash-in rate to become champion. So Becky and Shotzi working one another. Everybody else laying ringside. We got about 4 or 5 officials ringside, making sure everybody's okay. Shotzi going to go up top. And then, Becky moved and she hit her shoulder, or her shoulder blades on her back, right off the edge of the ladder that was laying on the mat. Asuka climbing the ladder, Raquel from behind. She's going to climb the ladder. Asuka gets back up. She's going to pull her down. So they're fighting. That ladder falls. Asuka gets thrown ringside. Okay, so Asuka and Raquel fighting ringside. Nice big clothesline there from RR. And now the announce table is coming apart. Raquel, the monster among women, if you will. If you know, you know. She's going to try to control her narrative here tonight at Money in the Bank and win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But Asuka from behind as Raquel sets up a ladder in between the announce table and the ring, flying straight across. So somebody's going through it, just a matter of who. Looks like it's going to be Asuka, but normally 9 times out of 10, whoever sets the thing up ladder, table, etc. They're the ones that end up going through it. Raquel gonna powerbomb Asuka. Nope. Asuka gets rid of her. Now they're ringside. I don't know what the hell that was, but Asuka now has her in an armbar. They are on the floor now, ringside. Here's Raquel picking her up. Powerbomb through the ladder. Nope. Asuka on the back of Raquel. Here comes Becky with a kick. Okay, Asuka's now laying on the ladder in between the ring and the announce table. She positions herself a little bit more in the middle. Yeah, Becky's going to climb this other ladder. Okay. She drags another ladder a little closer. She's going to climb that. Asuka's probably going to move, and Becky's going through this ladder ringside, right between, once again, the announce table and the ring. Laying flat across. Leg drop. I am the ladder. It didn't even break. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It wasn't even that good of a leg drop. Here's a replay. More of an ass drop than anything. Becky got a little too much of it. And, like, hit the left side of Asuka's body, the ribs. Asuka's really holding her stomach. So the table, or the ladder, did not break on that. This is awesome, Chan. This is a pretty good match. Yeah, so leg drop that went haywire, did not go the way they expected it to. Here's some more replays. Yeah, Shotzi, more so her neck, but it was like her shoulder blades. Right off the edge of the ladder. She's going to put a ladder up now in the middle of the ring. Lacey going to try to put a ladder up. Alexa and Raquel are getting a ladder, but the one in the middle is the one that Shotzi's putting up, so the tallest one that you got to climb to, grab the damn briefcase anyway. You can't have any of these 8, 10, 12-foot ladders. You need a one taller than that. Okay, on the one ladder on the right, it's Shotzi and Raquel. The one on the left, it's Lacey and Alexa. Becky gonna tip the one with Shotzi and Raquel on it. So they land on the top rope, both flip ringside. Becky tips the other one with Alexa and Lacey on it. Now she's gonna climb the one in the middle. Becky Lynch climbing the ladder in the middle. Liv Morgan from behind. Gonna prop up one of those other ladders, climb that, and then side by side on the same side. Gonna try to get rid of Becky Lynch, but Becky kicks her. She kicks back. Liv Morgan at the top of the Money in the Bank ladder match, grabbing the briefcase. Liv Morgan gonna win, and Liv Morgan has won the women's Money in the Bank ladder match to kick off the show. Wow. Fans are going to be happy about that. Liv Morgan is your Miss Money in the Bank for 2022. Liv Morgan in tears. Yeah. Congrats to Liv. Of course, former member of the Riot Squad with Ruby and Sarah Logan. Neither of them are in the company anymore. Liv was in a story there with, this time last year, remember, Nikki Cross, who's still almost a superhero, ASH. Now, how long you have to be almost a superhero before you become a superhero, for fuck's sake. But, yeah, she had won. She cashed in like the next night on Raw. But, her, Rhea, Nikki, they were, even Alexa for a little bit with her and Liv recently, in a circle. Liv wins. and we'll see if she can successfully cash in. She's on Raw. I mean, doesn't mean she can't cash in on either Ronda or Natalya on SmackDown by any means, but yeah, Liv Morgan wins the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I know what I said just a little bit ago, we might see a cash in tonight. I still think we could, but I think with Liv winning it, I think they'd be smart to have her hold it for a little bit. That's the thing with Money in the Bank. You have somebody win it, and you have them cash in right away, become champion, and then lose it like a short time later. It's like, this is supposed to set the course for the next year. It's supposed to keep eyeballs on the product. All they're worried about is ratings, for God's sakes. Like, whoever you have win both Money in the Bank ladder matches, Liv Morgan for the women's here. I think if Rollins or Riddle, no doubt about it, win, they'll be holding it for quite a while, because you can throw in the Rollins Cody aspect to it. Once Cody returns, they could have them fight over the Money in the Bank ladder match or the briefcase from this ladder match tonight. Same thing with Riddle and then Orton. And Orton's won before. Rollins has won before. They both cashed in and won. 85% cash in rate. If you win, 85% successful cash in rate on becoming champion. Meantime, SummerSlam video package. As SummerSlam is 4 weeks from tonight, I'll have live watch-along reactions then, so be sure to tune back in. At 28 days, that's 4 weeks. LP Field, Nissan Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. But yeah, we'll be rock and rolling all night for Money in the Bank into SummerSlam. So the only match they have announced for that is Reigns and Lesnar. That's what I said a little bit ago. It seems to me they're more, looking forward towards SummerSlam than they are Money in the Bank tonight. I mean, 6 matches, nothing on the kickoff pre-show. Honestly, the best match of the night is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And, honestly, with Rollins, Riddle, McIntyre, Sheamus has won before. He cashed in on Reigns, if you remember that. I wouldn't be shocked if they have Moss win it now, once again, to piss people off, since it seems like they're high on him. They could have had Ezekiel in this if he would have won the Fatal 4-Way. And then you'd have Owens, go crazy on, Elias is Money in the Bank, not Ezekiel. Add more fuel to the fire there. Omos has no chance, but we'll see what happens. But commercial break here on the WWE Network on Peacock for WWE Money in the Bank. So once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and social media links in the description. But we'll see what happens. Hoping, once again, that was a good match to kick off the show, but hoping for a good night. I honestly don't think it's going to be anything spectacular by any means. The ladder matches are going to, to the show. Hence the name of the damn pay-per-view, for God's sakes, or if you're one of those ass-kissers, premium live events. But, honestly, the 6 matches, like I said, the men's ladder match is the best on the card, I think. And that's not honestly saying much. We'll see what they have next. Probably going to be the tag team title match. Cash-ins will follow. Yeah, no shit, because you got to win the briefcase before you can fucking cash in. It must be Monday. It's Friday Night SmackDown for Raw and the Blue Brand on Fox. Yep. Yeah, what's next? It's either going to be, I think, the tag team title match or the U.S. title match. Usos, Street Profits, or Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley. They give us the Vegas video package here at the MGM Grand rather than Allegiant Stadium. But, Liv Morgan, Miss Money in the Bank next. it'll be Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley. United States Championship this 4th of July weekend. Lashley might win by DQ, but Theory's going to keep this title. So they're going to give us the Austin Theory selfies. A-Town down. You can just call me Theory. I don't get why they have half these guys drop their first name. But the WWE is going to do what the WWE wants to do. And if that means, paying somebody a few $1,000,000 to keep quiet, they're also going to do that too. But with that situation, nothing's going to come out of it, I don't think. I really haven't said much, but that's also because I have cut around to recording what I want to record for a Backlash, Hell in a Cell. Of course, Money in the Bank here tonight, but also Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, and Blood and Guts with Reigns, Rhodes, Punk, MJF, and then Vince as well. All those topics in one video. Keep an eye out for a audio recording of that. But yeah, if Vince paid her off with his own money, nothing's going to come out of it. If you use company money, that's where it's going to get interesting. But of course, that was a big topic just a couple weeks ago. It sort of died off, and it's like nobody gives a shit about it anymore. But yeah, Stephanie's technically in charge as the interim CEO, but we all know who's still running Rough Shop backstage, and that is Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon himself. So, speaking of Vince, yeah, Austin Theory is, supposed to be the prodigal son, if you will. Wonder what Shane thinks about that. But, yeah, supposedly they see a lot in Theory and what they saw in Cena 20 years ago. And yes, I can too, to an extent. But, 20 years is a long time. In Theory, because he has the charisma, he has it. He's a damn good heel. He gets on your nerves, That's why I don't like him sometimes. But the taking the selfies, the stupid ass poses, it's like this ain't a fucking Skull Pitcher Day with a bodybuilding competition going on next door, for God's sakes. Come on. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think at the end of the night, depending on how the women's singles championship matches go for the Raw and SmackDown women's titles, this could be, unless they show out, and I'm saying this in advance, could prove me wrong over the next 10, 15 minutes or so, one of the worst matches of the night. A-Town down, Theory coming out first, as they show off all his selfies. Back to when he had the golden egg last fall with Vince. But yeah, the United States champion, Austin Theory. Crowd booing him out of the building, and rightfully so. Yep. U.S. title on the line. 4th of July weekend. I could see him putting it back on Lashley if they're not going to do Theory Cena, anytime soon. Or if they are, you could have that be for the title. You could also not have it be for the title. You could go either way with it, so it really doesn't matter. If you don't, well, then that gives Lashley the title, have a challenger for him. You still get a singles match. But then there's history, of course, with Cena in the United States Championship. If they're going to have it at SummerSlam in 4 weeks, rather than wait till Mania. Of course, Cena said on Raw, he's got more than one match, left in him. At 45 years of age, it's just a matter of when, with how busy his schedule is. Because I would think they're about to start, if they haven't already, shooting the second season of Peacemaker, along with all his other excursions that he's on. But yeah, we'll see what they do here, and we'll get more into all that later. But how bad of a golfer is Austin Theory then, Corey Graves, if you were golfing with him yesterday? And I think it was just Top Golf, because I saw a video, whether it was Carmella, Graves, I doubt it was Theory. It had to have been one of those two. I believe they're at a Top Golf in Phoenix, because that's where SmackDown was yesterday. Just up the road in Sin City and Vegas tonight for Money in the Bank, and now here comes the almighty Bobby Lashley. As they brought back the streamers for him there, right around WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley. Why don't we just start calling Bobby Lashley Lashley? Why don't you just cut off everybody's first name? Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, United States Championship. We'll see how many half-ass spears he gives Theory. Just like Goldberg, along with how either good or piss poor this match is going to be. Lashley in the ring, up on the corner. Ref gonna show off the title. We're gonna get the bell ring, and we're gonna get the show on the road. I'm the champ, says Austin Theory. We'll see about that for how much longer. He's got that cockiness to him, too. All right, here we go. Bell has rung. Match underway. Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship as he gives him a pose. Very loud Bobby chant. Theory's got that weird looking face, at least a weird looking smile. He's got well, he does have a big mouth, but like it looks like his teeth, like his tops are like bigger than his bottoms, if that makes any sense. Not like he has Asperger's or anything like that, but he's got a weird looking fucking face. Let's go Bobby chant. This crowd is fully behind Bobby Lashley as he picks up Theory and slams him down. Lashley gonna go for a spear, and I think maybe that's why he's gonna, try to grow that goatee in the best he can. The only good thing about Theory in their eyes is he's young. He has potential. There's something there with him potentially. And that's what they're trying to get across now rather than wait and do it later. Nobody really talks about, him sort of getting suspended from the company a couple years ago when he was in NXT. And then coming up and then getting sent back down. Yeah. Water under the bridge, it seems like. He's Vince's, prodigy. There's Nick Khan sitting front row. Seven count from the official. 8. Lashley back in the ring. Theory with the right hand and knocks him right back out. Theory sucks chant. Lashley threw him into the steps. He missed. Theory with a kick. And then a crossbody. Jesus fucking Christ. Lashley picks him up. My God, total botch. And then Theory, geez, gets drove face first, more so the side of his head, into the ring post. The LED and it sort of sparked. But yeah, Theory tried to crossbody off the ring apron. Lashley sort of missed on catching him, fell to his knees in the meantime, and as Lashley was going to go for a spear, Theory just falls down in the corner and was like, back off, like I'm scared, like get away from me. And then elbow from Big Bob Lashley. Lashley into the corner. They're going to work all four corners now, it looks like. But, yeah, total botch just a second ago there, ringside. Theory off the ropes and reversal. Big, I don't know, clothesline uppercut is what it looked like. And then Theory with a big right hand cover, one, and a kick out. One? Yeah, that was a one count. Learn how to count. Go back to 6th grade with Byron Saxon. Theory telling Lashley he's the champ. Technically, yes, you are, but for how much longer? And he is also, yeah, forgot to add that, youngest U.S. champion ever. Talk about, you know, him being as young as he is, early to mid-20s. That's the thing, with Austin Theory being as young as he is, he has potential to do a lot. Couple punches now to Lashley into the corner. Theory jumps up, sits on the top rope, and then Lashley elbows him. Super kick, yeah, didn't really get much of it, but all right. Cover, one, kick out. Yeah, another one count. I mean, I could see Lashley getting a cheap win here to piss Theory off, but technically they just did that on Raw. So, highly doubtful. Like I said at the start, I could see Lashley winning by DQ, but then Theory, you know, because of being the champion, retains. Headlock in the middle of the ring. Lashley trying to get out of it, can't. Those big biceps from all those poses keep him locked in on the headlock. Yeah. Theory just falls it down and says all day, I'll keep you in headlock all day until you pass the hell out. Yeah, you can see Lashley pass out too, potentially. They're going to work this headlock. Hashtag MITB for money in the bank when you share on social media. Let's go Bobby chant once again. Theory with a knee takes Lashley right back down on the mat. I don't know about dominating. All he's, you know, done is put him in a headlock the past couple minutes. Lashley would get out of this, and then he'll be the dominant one. And then they'll both be down and out and then get to their feet, and then they'll go home. That's how this will end. And we'll see how the finish is, but that's how it will end. Because, I mean, hell, it's been a good 10, almost 15 minutes at this point. Yeah, Lashley on his feet. Now he has the Chris Masters lock in on Theory, but a little poke to the eye. Yeah, a couple big clotheslines now. Belly to belly suplex. Yeah, so Lashley's in full control now. I'm going to go for a spear. Actually into the corner with the clothesline. Off the ropes. Spear into the corner. Vertical suplex on the way. Yep. I'm going to put him in the air. Lashley. Nope. As Theory ducks and rolls out of the ring. It's on the ring apron. And then Theory back into the ring. Lashley catches him. I'm going to press him into the air. Yep. And then onto the shoulder. Nice big power slam cover. Probably a kick out at 2 here by Austin Theory. 1, 2, and a kick out. Yep. Well, you just saw it with your own 2 eyes. Do you believe it now, Corey Graves? Shout out to the 412. The Pirates actually won a fucking game earlier today. Theory ducks again on another slam by Lashley. Quick roll up, 1, 2, and a kick out. Lashley face first in the middle turnbuckle. Theory rolling back into the ring. Nice big drop kick. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. That'd be a kick out at 2, right before 3, yes. No shit, you don't say. I think Theory, along with Jimmy Smith and Byron Saxton, need to go back to 6th grade with Byron Saxton. Because what they're spitting is BS. 8 down. Lashley on the shoulders of Austin Theory. Quick roll up again. 1, 2, and then a kick out. That was the finish on Raw there recently. During, what was that, a gauntlet match? Yeah. Another poke to the eyes. That's twice in this match. Ref didn't see it. And then Theory with a spear. 8 down again. Yeah, Austin Theory just has a fucked up face. But he's a damn good heel. 8 down. Another Chris Masters hurt lock for Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. He gets them to submit, or, wow, Theory taps out. Bobby Lashley's your new United States champion. I didn't actually think that would happen. Lashley bleeding from the mouth, too. Wow. Okay, so if they do Theory Cena, it's not going to be for the title at SummerSlam. I was going to say if he gets them to tap out or submit or pass out, Lashley's champion. Real quick tap out as soon as that Chris Masters lock was put on. And, yeah, Bobby Lashley, your new United States champion. So they let the Theory U.S. title run, runs course for a little bit. It's come to an end though now. And, yeah, he'll probably come out bitching on Raw. Maybe he gets his rematch on the 4th. Lashley defends, retains. You have Cena. If they're going to do Theory Cena now, okay. Cena's going to put him over, win or lose in the end. A few replays, good match. So 2 matches in the first hour. I would think one of the 2 women's championship matches is going to be next. Then the tag team title match. then the other women's title match, then the men's Money in the Bank ladder match to close out the show. That's going to be the order. Theory trying to rub his head and get rid of his headache from losing the U.S. title to Bobby Lashley here at Money in the Bank, along with try to figure out what he's going to do next. Maybe you should go see Madame Zeroni. But yeah, Bobby Lashley, United States champion once again. It's been a while, good 15 to 18 years or so. They're going to give us a highlight of the women's Money in the Bank ladder match from earlier already. Yeah, Liv Morgan going to get interviewed backstage. Sarah Schreiber with the interview. Liv Morgan, your 2022 women's Money in the Bank winner. When and who are you going to cash in on? Nope. You let it run its course. You let it play out for a little bit. Yeah, she's got a year, not a day. She doesn't want to mess it up, and rightfully so. Yeah, you didn't get one opportunity. We'll see how they book it. I don't know. Yeah, she's just going to celebrate. I mean, she's in Vegas. If she wasn't in the WWE, I'm sure there's, a few places in that very city for her to work. But in the meantime, commercial break, the WWE on A&E biography is returning not tomorrow, but next Sunday. And they'll have another, 6 to 8 episodes of that. Yeah, WWE Legends biography on A&E. Yeah, Undertaker going to be the first episode of season 2 next Sunday. But we'll get back to Money in the Bank here shortly, as we're in the middle of the commercial break. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool and Luke 96. So, Liv Morgan, your women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner, and we just saw Bobby Lashley become the new United States champion. So we'll see who his first challenger is going to be. Could be a rematch with Austin Theory, but if they do at SummerSlam in 4 weeks time from tonight, Austin Theory, John Cena, it's not going to be for the United States Championship at this very second. Now, of course, if Theory does get his rematch and Ray wins the title, could have that then be for the title again. But no, it seems like they'll have a challenger for Lashley. Theory will get, put over, win or lose against Cena if they have that at SummerSlam. Could also wait until WrestleMania, but it seems like that's right around the corner. It seems like they're going to have that at SummerSlam. It does. I mean, you might as well have Cena just be here for the month. Whatever Theory, win or lose, or a town down. But, yeah, I'd do it now rather than wait. So, Austin Theory no longer United States champion. That belongs to the almighty Bobby Lashley. And we'll see what is, in fact, next. I think it's going to be one of the women's championship matches where Bianca Belair and Carmella for the Raw Women's title, or Ronda Rousey and Natalya for the SmackDown Women's title. And one of those two are going to be next. Then they'll have the tag team title match with the Usos and Street Profits, the other women's title match, and then the men's Money in the Bank ladder match as the main event, with Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, along with Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, and Omos. So let me know in the comments below, of course, what you thought of Money in the Bank thus far, the first hour, and who else do you think is going to win? And just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. Links in the description. thumbs up button, share, hashtag WWE, hashtag MITB, hashtag Money in the Bank, chat questions, comments, super chats, super stickers, and super likes. Always great, appreciate it. We're staying with the Raw commentary team. It looks like it'll be Bianca Belair and Carmella. Yep. Bianca Belair, Carmella for the Raw Women's Championship here at Money in the Bank. So, 2 of the first 3 matches tonight are, in fact, women's matches. 3 of the 6, half of them for the entire show, are, in fact, women's matches as well. And remember, yeah, this is supposed to be Rhea Ripley challenging Bianca. But because of an injury with concussion, she was pulled. Carmella's now the challenger. Bianca's going to retain, I would have to think. Liv could cash in. We'll see. But, with Rhea, part of the Judgment Day, of course, they all turned on Edge. He hasn't been seen since. I thought potentially he could be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, have him win it, about a month or so ago. But, right after Hell in a Cell, they turned on his ass, and at the same time, they really haven't done anything with Balor, Priest, or Rhea since either with the Judgment Day. So that's the thing with the booking, It's like, come on, man. But Bianca Belair, Carmella, they could have had, no doubt about it, other challenges, or challengers, for Bianca, other than Carmella here tonight, but others were in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yeah. I doubt. I'd be shocked if Carmella won. Graves is going to put her over like crazy on commentary, no doubt about it. But, former Laker girl, ex-girlfriend of Big Cass, now I believe engaged to Corey Graves. They had a show on YouTube. She was in a tag team with Zelina. She really hasn't been around. But yeah, with the 6 matches to get us through the 3 hours, with the 2 ladder matches that are going to be a half hour, if not longer, a piece, they're going to run video packages for 10 minutes with the entrances on top of it right before the match begins, as they always used to. Sort of backed off on it a little bit in the past, more recently, I should say. Just depending on what it is. But, Bianca and Carmella for the Raw Women's Championship here at Money in the Bank. And Carmella, who's bad, she should join the baddies then. Jade Cargill, AEW's version of Bianca Belair, in my opinion. What the fuck is she wearing? This is what a superstar looks like, says Corey Graves. She looks like she should be working the front door down the street with the damn Flamingo. Test the limits of Sin City, Graves and Carmella tonight after she wins the title. Well, you can still do that even if she's not champion. When she becomes highly doubtful. And I don't like Bianca. I don't. No offense, I just don't like her. I think she's going to win over Carmella. I think she's going to retain because Carmella has no chance, I don't think. So, everybody always gives me shit for Bianca, Sasha, a few others. Well, I'm sort of on your side for the evening, at least for this match. I guess a round of applause if you want to, but Carmella in the ring. Here comes Bianca Belair, who's on her own, even though she's with Montez Ford. She calls herself the EST, even though she hasn't established shit. But boos to Carmella as her music cuts. Here comes Bianca, former track star, Knoxville, Tennessee. A volunteer to WWE Raw Women's Champion. And her fake ass hair. I'm sure Carmella's going to get whipped with that later on tonight. Or yeah, they got engaged a while ago. I don't know why I said a little bit ago that I believe they're engaged. Shit, yeah, they just got fucking married recently. I totally forgot about that. That was right after what, Mania? Yeah, it was like April, early May sometime. Hard to believe it's already 4th of July weekend. Football season's literally right around the corner. Seems like football season just ended. 2022 is absolutely flying by. Seems like just not even a year ago. I get Money in the Bank a little earlier this year than it was last year. But like, they returned to the road with Money in the Bank and, you know, into SummerSlam and back to doing what they do. It's like this past couple years, just absolutely flown by. Carmella, Bianca Belair getting introduced. Well, I think the WWE's looking past Money in the Bank. They were worried about SummerSlam a couple weeks ago. With Money in the Bank still a few weeks away now tonight, then, you know, it's like, come on. I get, okay, trending number 1 in the U.S., hashtag MITB for Money in the Bank. Be sure to use that hashtag and share this live watch along action stream on social media. Bell rings, match underway, suplex into a takedown. Another takedown in the middle of the ring. But yeah, I feel they're more worried about SummerSlam than a Clash at the Castle because it's going to be an overseas pay-per-view than, you know, they are here for Money in the Bank. And the same thing's going to go for, you know, Extreme Rules will probably get looked over for Crown Jewel. They won't give a shit about Survivor Series, even though they'll, you know, make it out to be the best show of the year. Survivor Series ain't what it used to be. You know, Money in the Bank sort of replaced that in the Big Four. In my opinion, because for Money in the Bank, there's more leverage if you have a briefcase than winning a 5-on-5, you know, a eliminator match, you know, for brand supremacy. So a few spanks back and forth with these two. So cue the South Park meme, but yeah. Money in the Bank getting looked over for SummerSlam. Clash, they'll make it a big deal. Extreme Rules will probably get looked over for Crown Jewel, their Survivor Series. Doesn't look like they're going to have a December pay-per-view. It'll be day 1 again on January the 1st before, you know, Royal Rumble and then the road to WrestleMania for Mania 39 next late March, early April with a potential match, of course, with Roman Reigns and The Rock. But a long ways to go, of course, before then, so we'll live in the present and get on with it with Bianca Belair and Carmella for the Raw Women's Championship. Third match of the evening, Liv Morgan won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match to kick off the show. Bobby Lashley's your new United States Champion. Here we are with this. Still to come, though. Undisputed Tag Team title match. with the Usos and Street Profits, followed by Ronda Rousey and Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And in the main event, we'll have 7 men as we had 7 women in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. 7 men, those being Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, and Omos, vying for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, at least the briefcase in the ladder match, I should say. Yeah, vying for the men's Money in the Bank briefcase in the main event, in which is a ladder match. I'll say that. Yeah, so all that still to come. Just once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. And Carmella's starting to fight back, but at the end of the match here, Bianca's gonna be still your Raw Women's Champion. This could be one of these 2 women's title matches. Could be or even the tag team title match. The DQ finish, and then the champions retain. Mella is money. I'm sure Corey Graves has seen that before. Carmella has Bianca in a submission. Told you Graves would be putting her over the whole entire match. I mean, why wouldn't he? You know? He's normally, to begin with, the heel, color commentator on commentary. Saxon's the face, and Jimmy Smith's in the middle to, steer clear and keep the show on, the straight and narrow. But then, of course, yeah, with Carmella in a relationship, married to Corey Graves, yeah, he's going to put her over even more than that. Byron Saxton probably wishes he has that type of hair, as does Jimmy Smith. Bianca going to pick up Carmella. Suplex, vertical suplex, that is. Yep. Green shirt guy in the middle of the front row. Seems like he's enjoying the show thus far, along with the rest of the crowd. They had tickets sold for Money in the Bank in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, home of the Silver and Black Raiders, but then decided to move it to the MGM Grand. No T-Mobile because UFC has an event ongoing as I speak. Prelims started at 8, as did Money in the Bank. But the main card for, I believe it's UFC 279, does not start for another 45 minutes or so. Of course, it is 4th of July weekend as well. There's some fireworks outside. We'll see if there's any fireworks tonight for Money in the Bank. A couple quick roll-ups off the ropes as Mella, ref didn't see it, 2 on the pin. Another cover after a kick, 1, 2, and a kick out. So match continues. Carmella arguing with the official. Good sequence there by Mella, but close but no cigar on the pin. I'm the best, says Carmella. Bianca gonna get her up on her shoulders, and boom goes Dynamite. 1, 2, 3. That does it. Bianca Belair. And no doubt about it, the quickest match of the night thus far. Bianca Belair, still your Raw Women's Champion. Defeating Carmella in the process here at Money in the Bank. Does Liv Morgan come out? What the hell is Graves supposed to do with a whole case of champagne? What are you doing, big dog? You going to match in 4 weeks at SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar. What's up, buddy? It's all right. I know you hear the fireworks outside. It's okay. What's up? You watch Money in the Bank? So Bianca Belair is now getting beat up by Carmella. This will give the opportunity for Liv Morgan to potentially come out and cash in, become Raw Women's Champion here tonight. They gonna do this now or wait? I'd have Liv hold the briefcase for a little while, along with whoever wins the men's. I would let it play out a little bit. Don't need to do it, right that very second, or within a week or two after the show. They're teasing for the men's, though, to cash in on Reigns for one of the two, if not both titles at SummerSlam after the Lesnar match, or hell, even during the Lesnar match, because Heist and Century with Rollins before, remember, that turned into a triple threat before he won. So, yeah. Carmella telling Bianca she's the laziest. Technically, that has an EST at the end of it, too. But Bianca's still your Raw Women's Champion. She retains, but then gets beat up post-match by Carmella. No Liv Morgan. No cash in just yet. Probably a good thing. But at the end of the day, at the end of this match, even with the win by Bianca, Carmella stands tall. So they fade to black, and we'll get what looks like WWE Shop commercial. Why hasn't Vince come out, to make the announcement that, hey, tonight on WWE Shop, it's the same deal we have all the damn time. It's, 20% off titles and tees. Find what fits you at WWE Shop tonight only. It's 40% off championship titles and tees. But let's get together. They've announced some more dates into the fall. We're going to have the time of our lives at WWE Live. So, if you're watching, you want to go to the show, watch this right here. They're coming to a city near you. Seems like they're going to be out west in September and into early to mid-October, down in Mexico, East Coast, Midwest, and then Survivor Series is in Beantown, Saturday after Thanksgiving, up in Boston. It's your game to win last man standing match with Reigns and Lesnar. So play hard at WWE SummerSlam and win big. Music City, USA, 4 weeks from tonight, Saturday, July 30th, on the WWE Network, on Peacock. So, yep. We'll see what else they add to that card, but right now, it's just Reigns, Lesnar for the title. LP Field, Nissan Stadium in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. They're going to announce Logan Paul signed with the company the other day because he can't box like his brother. So here's a video package for him. He did have a pretty good match at Mania with The Miz up against the Mysterios in a tag team bout. It seems like at SummerSlam, it'll be Paul and Miz in a singles match. We could also see Pat McAfee and bum-ass Baron Corbin as well. But, yeah, like I said, we'll see what else they add to SummerSlam in 4 weeks' time. But right now, it's just a last man standing match with Reigns and Lesnar for the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world. So, playing slots tonight in Vegas. We'll go sing some country music in Music City in a few weeks' time. Yeah, Logan Paul said it doesn't want anything to do with The Miz, wants to kick his ass. And The Miz responds to Logan Paul as he's coming for The Miz on Raw Monday. They're in the 619 on the 4th of July. So yeah, we'll see what happens with all that. But earlier today, why did they show this before the fucking match? Alexa Bliss in her locker room. There's a Lily. Are they going to get her in a towel again backstage? Yeah, what's Lily been up to? Lily bought all that for herself? Oh yeah, the damn WWE Credit One Visa card. Jesus fucking Christ. I think I know it's in that box, but I'm not going to say. It's something her and Ryan can use a little bit later on, if you know what I mean. Lily wants to go skating. Alright. I guess size matters to Alexa Bliss. That's some good info. But when you don't have to worry about that, you just, do your thing. So, we the ones. Here come the Usos. They've been down since, that's right. Day one. They've been the tag team champions now for almost a full calendar year. I believe it was the SmackDown before Money in the Bank when they returned to the road. When Vince came out and said, to all the fans, where the hell have you been? Well, everybody was locked up because of fucking COVID. But, yeah. I believe it was then or at Money in the Bank on the kickoff pre-show. That's when they won. They haven't lost since. They were the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Have since become both the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They are your undisputed tag team title holders, and they're going to defend against Street Profits here tonight at WWE Money in the Bank. So, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Pat McAfee on the call. So, Graves going to be calling every single match tonight. We'll get Cole and Graves, or Cole, McAfee, and Graves, or at least Cole and McAfee next. Prior Graves as well for Rousey and Natalya. Yeah, so they split it. They do the Raw commentary team for the first half. Here we go, the Graves with Cole and McAfee as well, the second half. Usos, Street Profits, Ronda, Natalya, main event of the evening, your men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So, yep. Usos on the mic. Where's the big Us at? Where's the head of the table? Is he off walking naked on an island again? Bet on the bloodline. We the ones. Throw them up. They're We the ones. The Street Profits, they're wanting the smoke. So something's got to give. Bianca retained. Does Montez and Angela Dawkins also get some gold tonight? I highly doubt it because they already put themselves over on the kickoff pre-show and said they'd be walking through TSA with 3 titles. And with the bloodline and, full championship gold from head to toe with Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey Uso, Usos are not losing anytime soon. And neither is Roman Reigns. Maybe one of the 2 titles, because no doubt about it, I've thought this, I think some agree, some don't, but I think they need to split the titles with Roman Reigns. He doesn't need to be undisputed champion. You either have him be the WWE Championship or Universal Champion. Yeah. Or you can add in another title, which I highly doubt they'll do, but you never know. So, but at the end of the day, nobody in the bloodline is losing anytime soon. So Usos to retain here. We've already had 1 men's title change hands. Of course, Theory lost to Lashley. Bobby Lashley is your United States champion. I doubt we'll see this change. Could see Natalya beat Ronda, or Ronda retaining clean, DQ, holds the title. Remember, Liv Morgan's still your Miss Money in the Bank now. Even though she's on Raw, she can still cash in on SmackDown. So, Usos retain, Ronda retains. I think either Rollins, Riddle, and I'll get back to the Riddle story that I was talking about earlier. Even with Rollins and Cody, but then Riddle and Orton. I'll discuss all that a little bit later once again. I think Rollins, Riddle, or Drew McIntyre have the best chance to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Wouldn't be shocked, though, if they put it on Riddick Moss, Madcap Moss for the hell of to piss people off. It seems like they're high on him. But then, Sheamus having already won, doesn't really need it right now. Omos, no chance in hell. No idea why the fuck he's even in it. But he is. Bell rings, match underway. Here we go. Usos, Street Profits. Tag team titles on the line at Money in the Bank. It'll be Jimmy Uso and Angela Dawkins. They lock up middle of the ring. Headlock. Yep. Thank you, Michael Cole. I just said that. Off the ropes. We want the smoke. We the ones, though. We the ones. We the ones. Throw them up. I don't care if you want the smoke or not. We still the ones. Off the ropes. This big shoulder tackle by AD. Cooking it up. They want the smoke. But once again, we still the ones. And the Usos want to retain, so. This big drop kick. Dawkins takes out Jey Uso ringside. Picks up Jimmy. Nice big, not even a power bomb, more of a power slam, but tag made to Montez Ford. So he's your legal competitor. And Jimmy rolled out of the ring, so nothing can happen. But then Montez still your legal competitor. Telling the Usos to suck it. Oh, suck it. Yeah. So it'll be Montez Ford and Jimmy Uso, unless the tag's made. Tag will be made. Here comes Jey Uso. Yep. McAfee telling us what we all heard and saw that nobody was talking about. But yeah. Michael Cole and Two guys from Steel City. I think a lot of Iron Cities are getting drank tonight. McAfee chant. McAfee chant from the crowd for Pat. Those are my people. £25 of muscle in a week? Jesus Christ, I mean, there'd be some training. Montez Ford telling Jimmy Uso to suck it again. What, who is this guy? Triple H, Shawn Michaels? Dawkins picks up Ford. Kick out at 2. But yeah, the crowd's been in it all night. Pat must be getting ready for SummerSlam against Corbin in Music City. Of course, saying, as Usos work together now and slam down Angelo Dawkins, you know, these fans are my people, these are my people. I don't know if he was listening to any Ronnie Atkins earlier today or not, or recently by any means, but yeah. Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. 5 weeks, I believe, from then is Clash at the Castle, Labor Day weekend. They're starting to love these Saturday pay-per-views. Tonight, along with, I believe, everything the rest of the year is going to be on a Saturday. And we'll see how I, schedule with streaming Extreme Rules and Survivor Series during football season. Clash of the Castle that Saturday, I'll be all right, but the other ones, depending on time, we'll figure something out. Still, of course, a long ways away. Money in the Bank, Usos, Street Profits, tag team titles on the line. Usos now telling the Street Profits to suck it. Very loud "Ooh-so" chant from the crowd. A couple pig rights. They're both just... Jeez. Seeing stars. Tag made. We the ones. Jimmy, now your legal competitor against Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford looking to get a hot tag. Stomp on the hand. Four count in the ropes. Ref didn't see it, but then a slap in the face by Jey Uso. And even if they'd get DQ'd there, they'd still retain the titles. So they're taking it to the limit tonight. We the ones. and then mocking the Street Profits with a dance. Yep. Yep, I was just about ready to say that. They're both looking to tag in the wrong guys in opposing corners. Jimmy tags in Jay, Dawkins tags in Montez Ford. He waits a second, gets a kick in, climbs up top, flies, but then gets super kicked in midair. And then Jey Uso with a cover, 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. They're really showing the replays tonight. As we're fancy like the sponsor. Jey Uso talking some trash. Montez into the corner, corner to corner. Hey, Shark Week's in a couple weeks. Why wouldn't they be circling like great white sharks? They're part of the bloodline. Yeah, Superman punch. We the ones. We the ones. Throw them up. Smash that thumbs up button as well. All day. We the ones, all day, every day. Where is the head of the table at, by the way? Jimmy Uso up top, cooking it up. There's a cover on Montez, 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh my. Talking about judges and Jimmy Uso and end of story. If you know, you know. Nice big chop to the chest of Montez Ford. Yep. Another 4 count from the ref in the ropes. But Usos can take it. They can work it that far because they're the champs and they get DQ'd, they get DQ'd. They don't care. They're going to retain. Tag made. Here comes Jay. Double kick. Nope. Pull the legs apart. That leg. Oh my God. The private island. Watching in HD. I doubt he's even fucking watching this right now. He's probably going to have another set of twins on the way with as much time he's had off recently. Could also be training for SummerSlam. He actually might even be up in the Great White North hanging out with the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar right now, for all we know. Montez taking a beating. Montez trying to make a tag. Nope. Jey Uso throws him down. And then a big super kick to Angelo Dawkins. So Montez is all by himself again. Here comes the tag. Jimmy Uso, now your legal competitor, against Montez Ford. Let's go Usos. Usos suck chant. We the ones. Uso. Montez fighting back by himself. He doesn't need Angelo Dawkins. Yep. Couple rights. Yeah, he's going to try to make a tag, but nobody's going to be there. Montez gets thrown on the ring apron. And then tells Jimmy Uso to suck it again, but then a big right hand. This is a good match. This is. Usos, for the most part, have been in full control, though, so. Yeah. It wasn't an uppercut, it was a right hand. And then Usos tell him to suck it, yeah. Uso. Say it with me. Uso. Vertical suplex on the ring apron. Jimmy and Montez. Yep, he reverses it. Vertical suplex to Jimmy Uso on the ring apron. The hardest part of the ring. My God. Now Dawkins back up. Ford going to tag in. He does just that. Dawkins, your legal competitor for the Street Profits. Jimmy Uso for the Usos. Takes out both Usos ringside with a flip over the top rope. Roll back into the ring. Big clothesline. Make it 2. Third time's a charm. Actually, Usos with a punch back. Off the ropes. And then a corkscrew. Yeah. Nice Pele. Dawkins. Nice DDT. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Good sequence after Dawkins tagged in. For sure. No doubt about it. Trying to get the momentum back on the Street Profits side. Double clothesline, double shoulder tackle to the Usos. Yep. Jimmy, your legal competitor. Montez tags in. Usos don't know it. They still think Angelo's the legal competitor. Into a suplex, so cover. 1, 2, kick out. Street Profits that close, but a kick out by Jimmy Uso. Very, very good tag team title match here. I would think they'll be going home here shortly, though. They'll have Ronda and Natalya in the main event for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and we should be done by 11 Eastern. This is an awesome chant. Montez with a kick to the gut. Drop kick, or Pele, excuse me, misses. Tag made, yeah, Jay's legal, Angelo's legal. Montez going to go up top. Suck it. 1, 2, kick out. Thank God. Wow. They went up top and down they go. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out. Yeah. Usos are going to retain here, and crowd ain't going to like it. Oh my. Yep. 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 Jey Uso and Angelo Dawkins, rights and left, back and forth. Nice kick. Tag made. Jimmy's legal. Angelo didn't see it. Yeah, punches Jimmy out of the ring. Gonna tag Montez Ford in. Yep, Montez is legal. Montez going back up top, but remember, Jimmy Uso's the legal competitor for the Usos here. So they shove Dawkins in to the corner, double super kick on Montez. Jimmy with the cover, 1, 2, kick out at 2.5 by Ford. Shit, I thought that was gonna be it. Yeah, double super kick. Jimmy with the pin. 1, 2, should have been 3, but he kicked out right there. This is awesome, champ. I think this has so far been the best match of the night. I think the men's ladder match might, the end of the night though, be a little bit better. This is show now. This is damn good. Jimmy's still legal though, ain't he? Ford into the corner, throws Jay ringside. He's gonna jump over the ring post now, ain't he? Yeah, here he goes. Yep, jumps over, dives, and taking both out. Yep, saw that coming from a mile away. Grabs the camera and shakes it all around. Might as well do the twist and shout while he's at it. Tag made. Here comes Dawkins. Big spine buster from Dawkins. Ford with a splash cover on Jey Uso. 1, 2, and then Jimmy Uso breaks it up. Wow. Wow. Tag team wrestling. Yeah.
Look at this thing. Added 20 pounds of muscle and somehow added inches to it. Montez Ford flying. And then from the ground, Montez got all of it. Picture perfect crossfire. But Jimmy Uso, at the last possible millisecond, keeps this one alive. Talking about an eighth of an inch there from Jason Ayers' left column, and we got new James. Holy hell.
So all 4 down and out. Now all 4 on their feet, staring each other down. Round of applause from the crowd. Handshakes? No. Punches. Yeah, no doubt about it. Best match of the night thus far. Super kick ringside by Jimmy to Angelo Dawkins. Throws him over into the timekeeper's area. And then tag made, Jimmy's legal. Yeah, Montez doesn't realize that Jimmy's legal, double super kick. Here's your finish. The shatter machine, or whatever the hell they call it. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Usos retain over the Street Profits. And they are still your undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. Still to come, Ronda Rousey and Natalya. And the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. The best match of the night thus far. Yeah. Nobody's going to give a shit about Ronda and Natalya now. Ronda can't fucking wrestle to begin with. Natalya will carry her, and then they'll get back into it for the main event. For the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yeah. So if you want to take a piss break, that's up next. Yeah, good match. Very, very good match. Yeah. 348 tomorrow makes 349. Almost a year for the Usos as tag team champions. They might as well go on a 1.5, 2-year run like Reigns is on right now as the tag team champions. I mean, because honestly, who else they have in tag team divisions that could challenge and win them? Like, honestly, probably nobody. Think about it. Montez arguing that his shoulder was up. Bullshit. Yeah, no. They're going to show a replay of it now. Now they're going to complain that his right shoulder was up off the mat. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that match should probably still be going on. Oh, who gives a shit? Usos still would have won anyway. They're still your undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. That just gives them a reason to get the Street Profits a rematch, so they can have this tag team title match again, and to maybe split the tag team titles out, or have the Street Profits win and become the undisputed tag team champs. Yeah, all right. Let's get the show on the road. It's not like you're going to restart the match or anything right now. Yep, Usos still your tag team champions. That's all that matters. Be the one. Throw them up. Dawkins going to turn on Montez. Montez going to turn on Dawkins. They haven't cut yet. Now they do. All right. Thought for a second there they're walking up the ramp. Nothing, really being said. They're just trying to figure out what the hell happened, and then you see something happen like that then. But no, they then fade to black, commercial break here, and next Ronda Rousey, Natalya, followed by the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay. The Street Profits and Bianca Belair are Fancy Lake. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The WWE Network on Peacock. Co-main event and main event of the evening coming up next. Once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. What the hell is this? Looks like something for The Undertaker. What in the hell is this? Maybe the Judgment Day? Something Heat? Sunday Night Heat coming back? Alright, that was a vignette for somebody. I think if you rewind and look at the license plate, I don't know, you might be able to figure something out. So that was a vignette for somebody potentially returning. Maybe Edge. That seemed, dark and sadistic, and yeah, I think that could be something for Edge. Next, it'll be Ronda Rousey and Natalya, though. The SmackDown Women's Championship. That was a cool vignette. I was thinking something for Taker. Okay, they'll announce that the Taker thing during SummerSlam weekend, is whenever it's going to be and wherever it's going to be. But that was an old school vignette is what that was. Maybe it's Bray Wyatt returning. Maybe The Fiend. Something dark, sadistic like that. Yeah. Bray and Edge are the two that come to mind for me. Of course, could be, somebody else returning or being called up from NXT. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But if I'd have to guess, I'm sure Twitter's going through a whirlwind right now. Buzzing, trying to figure out, who the mystery person was. Yeah, it could be Bray. I'm thinking either Bray or Edge. I am. Could be, yeah. There was the gold medal in it. That is right. That's a good eye. Yeah, that could be for Gable Steveson. Yeah, those are the three guesses, I think. Bray, Edge, or Gable Steveson. I doubt Kurt Angle. you know, because he can't wrestle anymore. You know, Chad Gable would be the only other one. Yeah, most definitely intriguing. Yeah, Gable might be a good guess. WWE tweeted out, it's a picture of the hand. Yeah, I think it's either Bray, Edge, or Gable Steveson. Yeah, good eye on the gold medal. Could be Joe Gacy from NXT, yeah. Here comes Natalya. Yeah, she'll challenge Ronda for the SmackDown Women's title. Yeah, it's been almost a year since Bray was released. Yeah, I think Bray, Edge, or Gable Steveson because of the gold medal in the vignette. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. And then, like I said, if you look at the license plate, you might be able to figure something out. Yeah. So we'll see where that leads. But yeah, like as thought. Twitter's in a spin right now. Yeah, either Bray, Edge, or Gable Steveson because of the gold medal. Like I said, once again, if you look at the license plate, you might be able to figure something out there. I don't know. We'll have to see. But here in the meantime, cue the Joan Jett. Here is the non-baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Going to defend against Natalya. I don't think anybody's going to be invested in this match. I think everybody's going to be out of it with the match we just witnessed with the Usos and Street Profits. And then the men's Money in the Bank ladder match as the main event. So it's like, this is in between. Ronda can't wrestle to begin with. Natalya is going to carry the load. Yeah. That's that for you. Oh no. That's what Ronda's going to be saying. Like, oh no, I suck again. Well, you've always sucked, so not again. You just still suck. You can't wrestle. You can't talk either. You think you're tough shit, but you're not. Natalya. She'll fin in Nashville if she's on the card with her Dolly Partons. Ronda staring her down. Natalya dressed up as her, Ronda that is, recently on SmackDown and pulled it off pretty damn good. But here we go. The Raw Women's Championship match was pretty quick. We'll see how quick this is. But bell rings, match underway. Here we go. Ronda and Natalya lock up. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
That she was once thought of as the company girl. Her urge to please everyone, but she said that stunted her ability to be able to become champion. She finds herself here tonight. Some terrible things about each other, but look at the innovative offense from Ronda. Known for stacking arms. Well, the story of this match is well for his craft through the most devastating submission maneuvers in WWE.
Remember, Ronda won the SmackDown Women's title at Backlash 2 months ago over Charlotte, who hasn't been seen since. She's recently gotten married. But Ronda, they really haven't done anything with her. And even if they were doing something with her, it's not like she'd be doing what she's doing now anyway, and that's continuing to win because she's a name draw. Yeah, crowd starting to boo. Crowd not into this. Natalya trying to fight back, but cover 1, 2, and a kick out. 1, 2, and a kick out. Come on, like what the hell? So yeah, she's still champion. She probably still will be after tonight, unless Natalya wins or she gets cashed in on. But I don't. Whether you like Ronda Rousey or not, she's a draw. I don't get her. She's not that good. She thinks she is, but she's not. No doubt about it. She'd probably break my fucking arm in 3 seconds, but still. At the end of the day, it'll heal. It'll be alright. She's not that good. Especially on the mic, she can't fucking talk. Natalya telling commentary and the cameraman to shut up. Ronda chasing her down. Natalya back in the ring. And then Natalya with a slap. Nice big clothesline by Natalya. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. You like this, bitch? Says Natalya. And then goes to town with some haymakers on Ronda. Yeah, get her. As the bitch is back, why don't you shut her up? Boos to Natalya, but she's always been a good heel. She has. And she gets it. She knows it because it's in her blood. It's in her family. She's a heart, for God's sakes. So, yeah. Natalya with a headlock locked in on Rowdy. Ronda Rousey stealing the gimmick from Roddy Piper.
Making it happen now is a whole different ballgame.
Natalya now telling the ref to shut up. Natalya with some kicks. Ronda reverses it off the ropes, but Natalia's back in control, yeah. Now Ronda calling Natalia a bitch.
She's doing exactly what we thought Ronda would be. Indeed. Natalia's better. Multi-time champion.
Now Ronda with the submission, punching the gut of Natalia, more so the right ribs. But then Natalia reverses it. Yep. Nice armbar, yeah, but Natalia's trying to get out of it. She does. Nice big clothesline.
This is her family. This is her world. This is her night.
Ronda with a kick to the gut. Clothesline of her own. And Natalia gets flipped over. Nope. No cover. Crowd is dead. This crowd has no interest in this match. Completely dead. Ronda gonna roll it. Natalia up on her shoulders. Suplex into a roll up. Kick out at 1. Another roll up, kick out at 2. Yeah, armbar locked in, nothing. Sharpshooter for Ronda on Natalia. Yep. Ronda has a sharpshooter locked in on Natalia, and she's posing as well. Nice bicep. That's the thing with Ronda. She's more manly than she is a woman. She's a fucking tomboy. Natalia with a rope break. Break it, huh? Says Ronda. Ronda another armbar. And then Natalia kicks her out of the ring. Good. Hopefully she tore her knee up. She's going to be out of action. Then they won't know what to do with the women's division. But oh wait, it seems like they don't know what to fucking do with them to begin with as it is now anyway. So, yeah. Ronda on the ring apron. Natalya going to put the sharpshooter in on her there. Yep. Sharpshooter locked in on the ring apron. And then, ooh, fuck. Ronda reverses it and slams Natalya back first into the ring post. Yeah. Ugh. Eight count from the ref. Natalya gets back in the ring at 9. Ronda's like, oh, I gotta fight more. I suck at this. I'm only here for a paycheck. Ronda with Natalya on her back. Yeah, Ronda, she's either selling that good or she might actually hurt her knee. But then arm bar, but Natalya rolls it. That's a pin. They're not counting. Natalya going to put a sharpshooter in on Ronda Rousey. Is Ronda going to tap? Nope. Ronda reverses it and now has an ankle locked in on Natalya. Natalya's going to tap right here. Rope break? No. Here's the tap. Another rope break? No. Well, Natalya sort of gets Ronda on her back somehow. Sharpshooter again. That's a pin. Count that. Jesus Christ. And then the ankles of Ronda are locked in around the head of Natalya. So Natalya taps out to that. So submission. Boos. Some cheers, but more boos from this match. And Ronda retains as expected. Michael Cole gives it a round of applause on commentary. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Alright. Yeah, no reaction. Nobody gave a shit. Because people, and I've been saying this all along, she can't wrestle, she can't talk. People are starting to realize that. Now that she's champion, they're starting to realize that. And that she's here full time now. Yeah. Get her out. Here comes Liv Morgan. Ronda might be hurt. If she did hurt her knee before and then did it again earlier, this would be the plan. Liv Morgan with her Money in the Bank. Liv Morgan's cashing in her Money in the Bank on Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Liv Morgan is cashing in her Money in the Bank on Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship here at Money in the Bank. Liv Morgan's cashing in. Bell rings, match underway. Here we go. Liv Morgan going right after Ronda, but Ronda, gets her in an ankle lock. Fans are going to be pissed if Liv loses just like that. Liv cashing in. This is a championship match. Ronda Rousey, Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship after Ronda just defeated Natalya. Ankle locked in. Fans are booing. Fans are going to be pissed if Liv loses this after winning earlier. Quick roll up after getting out of the ankle lock. Cover 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan's your new SmackDown Women's Champion, defeating Ronda Rousey at Money in the Bank. So Ronda's going to be done. Liv wins Money in the Bank, take off the show in the co-main event of the evening, catches in and becomes SmackDown Women's Champion. Every woman that has won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match has successfully cashed in and became champion. Ronda Rousey literally going to hand over the SmackDown Women's title now to Liv Morgan. Wow. So Ronda might actually be hurt with a knee injury. Ronda, and at the same time, might be turning heel, and then this is your feud on SmackDown. They hug it out. Liv has the title. Ronda's gonna slam her down. You'd have to think, right? Gonna raise her hand. No. Yeah, raise her arm. Ronda walks out. Yeah, Ronda might be actually hurt. She has to be. Ronda gonna walk off. Yeah, her right knee. She's really holding her right knee. Liv Morgan's your SmackDown Women's Champion. All right. Fans are going to even be more happy about that now after she won earlier and then successfully cashed in as well. So they waste no time, once again, with the Money in the Bank. They have to cash in the night of. And Liv Morgan, your SmackDown Women's Champion. So what's next for Liv Morgan? Who's going to be her first challenger? Maybe a returning Charlotte Flair? Ronda's going to be out. Liv looks like she's hurt now, too. And Ronda must be hurt. Whether she was hurt going into the match, and then they worked it into the match with a knee injury angle, and then Liv cashes in, which they've done before, of course, numerous times. But yeah, Ronda celebrating, just sitting there, and then Liv's music hits. They have the camera on her. You can tell exactly what she said, which was just shit. And then Liv gives the briefcase to the ref. Here's a replay of it. Bell rings, match underway. Ankle lock, but then Liv with a kick, and then a quick roll-up cover. 1, 2, 3, and Liv Morgan's your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Liv Morgan, your new SmackDown Women's Champion, defeating Ronda Rousey here tonight at Money in the Bank after she won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, kick off the show. Bianca Belair defeated Carmella. Ronda Rousey defeated Natalya. Liv Morgan cashes in on Ronda Rousey and becomes SmackDown Women's Champion. You deserve it, chant from the crowd. So that'll do it for that. Coming up next, your main event of the evening. It'll be the men's Money in the Bank ladder match with Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Uso, Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, and Omos. But Liv Morgan cashes in and becomes SmackDown Women's Champion, defeating Ronda Rousey. How long is she going to be champion, though, for? That's the big question. And who's going to be her first challenger? But right before this match, remember, we had that vignette with who it could be. Bray Wyatt, Edge, Gable Steveson, probably. We'll see. Main event of Money in the Bank coming up next. NXT Great American Bash on Tuesday. SummerSlam's in 4 weeks. Then we'll have Clash at the Castle during All Out weekend, as All Out will be the following night. But just once again, thank you, of course, for tuning in and listening to my WWE Money in the Bank live watch-along reactions, live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen Luke96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag MITB, hashtag Money in the Bank. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated. But yes, next, Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Madcap Riddick Moss, and Omos in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match to close out Money in the Bank here this evening. I think either Seth Rollins or Matt Riddle is going to win. Wouldn't be surprised if it's Drew McIntyre. They could go McIntyre and or Sheamus. Sammy could win it to hold it for the bloodline, just for the hell of it, and then, cash in on Reigns whenever they feel like it. But then if Sammy wins it, damn well nobody's cashing on Reigns anytime soon. And then Reigns just continues to hold the title. Moss, I wouldn't be shocked if it's him either, just to piss people off. Since they're real high on him, it seems like, especially with repackaging him here, following the Corbin feud. Will somebody please just break his fucking neck during this match for the sake of everyone? Omos has no chance, but I feel either Seth frickin' Rollins or the original bro, Matt Riddle, will win. And if it's Riddle, I mean, okay, good. Because once again, I've been hammering for him to either win the Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank since this time last year. And if Riddle would win, it'd be Bro in the Bank. I mean, hell, you had Boombox Brock a couple years ago. Why not Bro in the Bank for Matt Riddle? And then once Orton returns, you have them feud potentially over it or for the title if Riddle would eventually cash in and win. But they need to split the titles off of Reigns first off. Will they or introduce a new title or not? I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. McAfee and Cole on commentary. We got the main event coming up next. But I feel with feuding over the briefcase, as they did recently with Otis because they fucked up with that, and then Miz winning it off of him at Hell in a Cell late 2020 before cashing in on McIntyre at Elimination Chamber early 2021, and then Miz, Bobby Lashley a week later becomes WWE champion, held it until Big E cashed in on him last September after Big E won Money in the Bank this time last year. Lesnar wins it off of Big E at day one, drops it. Of course, Reigns is your undisputed champion now. And now we're going to get a Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar video package for the SummerSlam Last Man Standing match. That's 4 weeks from tonight at SummerSlam. And hopefully we'll tune back in for those live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. But tonight, main event coming up next for Money in the Bank, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Once again, Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Sami Zayn along with Madcap, Riddick Moss, and Omos. I feel if Rollins would win it, okay, that gives them a reason once Cody Rhodes returns from his injury, of course, tearing his pec, and then still wrestling in the main event at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell, against the Architect and Seth frickin' Rollins, that talk about, feuding over the Money in the Bank briefcase, which they very rarely do. That would give them a reason to put the Money in the Bank briefcase on Cody, because I feel Cody would be in this match tonight and probably winning the damn thing if he didn't get hurt. But he's hurt, he's on the shelf, who knows how long. Maybe he'll be back by the end of the year. Maybe they save him for early next year. I would wait, until the road to WrestleMania. You have Rollins win it tonight. You have Cody come back. You have that match once again with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Have it be for the Money in the Bank then next year. Cody wins. Still has a few months to cash in then to become champion. And then 1 year, come full circle with it. What a story that would be. So, we'll see about that. But then with Matt Riddle, myself personally, I've been hammering for Riddle to do something, or for them to do something with Matt Riddle. And I mean, they have, okay, RK Bro, with Randy Orton, having Orton put him over. But Orton, of course, is now on the shelf. I had said this time last year, have, Riddle win the Royal Rumble. Well, still in a tag team, RK Bro with Randy Orton as your Raw Tag Team Champions. Of course, couldn't do anything there. I mean, they could have. They just didn't pull the trigger on it yet. They probably should have, because Orton's hurt now. But then with him being hurt, they still haven't done anything. Once he returns, they could pull the trigger on it then. So talk about, long-term storytelling. Well, there's that for you. But last match, last time, last man standing though at SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. So they say for the time being. This goes back, talk about long-term storytelling or long-term booking. 7-8 years worth of long-term booking for Lesnar and Reigns into the biggest WrestleMania match of all time there. And then Lesnar came back just recently, and okay, they'll have last man standing at SummerSlam with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world. But bell rings, here we go. Men's Money in the Bank briefcase in the air. We'll have the 7 competitors come out. We'll get the match underway. About a half hour or so will be done by 11 o'clock. And yeah, contract, cash in anytime, anywhere. It's basically a championship in waiting. An 85% successful cash-in rate. Hell, we just saw Liv Morgan cash and become SmackDown Women's Champion. So we'll see what happens here. But in the meantime, here comes one of my 2 picks to win this match. The other being Seth Rollins, but here's Matt Riddle. Because I feel either or. They go Rollins or Riddle. I feel Riddle needs it more than Rollins. But at the same time, with Cody hurt for Seth, and then Orton's no longer RK Bro with Riddle right now, they're not really doing anything. They're going to, they tease it. They're going to, and they'll probably have a match at SummerSlam. I bet you any money. It'll be Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle in singles action. And hell, that could be for the Money in the Bank if one of those 2 wins it tonight. You know, there's talk, of course, about McIntyre winning it because Clash of the Castle. He could cash in then on Reigns or whoever's champion then Labor Day weekend. But they've teased, of course, whoever wins this tonight could cash in on Reigns at SummerSlam in 4 weeks. You have a year to cash in. You don't need to do it right away like they just did once again, but they've done that before. They've also allowed whoever's wanted to hold it for a while. You have a full year to cash in. From Money in the Bank to Money in the Bank, basically. Even though if it's not 365, they work their way around it. So there's Matt Riddle. Here comes Seth Rollins. We'll see who's next, but Rollins looking like Elvis. The visionary Seth frickin' Rollins. Yeah, WrestleMania 31, the heist of the century, if you will. Turn it into a triple threat. What the hell? Here comes Rollins. That was fucking awesome. And then a stomp to Reigns cover. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. And he became the undisputed champion. It was one title, but he was the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Because the previous summer, Flair had taken the World Heavyweight title, Big Gold, and we have seen that since. And that's been, 8 years in a couple weeks? It was around the MLB All-Star break, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Riddle and Rollins in the ring. My 2 picks to win. Be happy with either or. Because like I said, if they have Rollins win, you have the Cody factor. Once Cody returns, you can have them feud over the briefcase. You have Riddle win. Been hammering for them to do something with Riddle, win the Royal Rumble. No, because of course we're still side by side with Orton. Money in the Banks this summer. Here we are tonight. Orton's on the shelf with an injury. Okay, you'll have a Rollins and Riddle feud. Could be a reason why neither of them win it though too. Maybe McIntyre, maybe Moss to piss people off because they're high on him. This man Omos with MVP by his side has no fucking chance to win. Sami Zayn would make sense as well because of being an Uso now in the bloodline with Reigns and Usos. Sami holds it. Nobody cashes in on Reigns then. That gets Reigns over even more. It'll piss a lot of people off, but it gets him over even more. Am I missing somebody? There's Sheamus. He's already won it. Doesn't really need it right now. They sort of backed off with the Peaky Blinders, with Butch and what's his name? Ridge Holland, who, along with Riddick Moss, Madcap Moss here making his entrance, likes to break his neck. Rich Holland tries to break people's necks, it seems like. Even though he already did to Big E, no offense, but yeah. They show a highlight from SmackDown last night. Moss winning the Fatal 4-Way and being the final participant in this match right now. Well, like I said, if he won the pin Zeke, okay, Corbin might be in it. Who is the 4th competitor? I forget. Doesn't really matter. Miz. That's right. which he's won it a few times and cashed in. But you also have Ezekiel, or Elias, depending on who you ask, which it's Elias, not Ezekiel. So we'll continue to walk with Elias and not get Zeked up with the Zeke freaks. But, that would send Owens, for a loop, send him to the loony bin and the paddy wagon. And, hey, no, this is Elias's Money in the Bank winner, not Ezekiel. And then maybe you have them feud over and have Owens finally win Money in the Bank, have him do something with him. But I feel either, once again, Rollins or Riddle is going to win this. I do. Omos has no chance. I'm not going to be shocked if it's Sheamus again, but he doesn't need it. I'm not going to be shocked if it's Moss either to piss people off. And then there's, of course, Drew McIntyre, which I'd be fine with him too. I'd be fine with Rollins, Riddle, or Drew. Sheamus is like, all right. Sammy makes sense once again because of the bloodline aspect. But then with Moss to piss people off and Omos has no chance, well, there's your 7. So we'll see what happens. Of course, something's got to give. But let me know, of course, in the comments below who you have winning this men's Money in the Bank ladder match here tonight in the main event of Money in the Bank. But I'm going with either Seth Rollins or Matt Riddle. I'm not going to be shocked if it's Drew McIntyre and or maybe one or two others. But yeah, that's that. Here comes McIntyre. So I believe all 7 are out there now, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll get the show on the road here. Have about a 15-20 minute ladder match as we did with the women's to kick off the night. Be done by 11 o'clock Eastern time here, it looks like. And then we'll see with whoever does win when they'll try to cash in to become champion. But of course, that's my thought on everything in that regard. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. But I've been hammering for Riddle to win the Rumble or Money in the Bank. Here we go with that. If Rollins wins it again, perfect. He doesn't need it, though, compared to Riddle. Hell, Drew doesn't need it either. I mean, if they were a little higher on Moss and the joke shit wasn't as bad as it was, and or maybe somebody else in this match other than Omos, it'd be wide ass open, maybe have a different opinion. But with the 7 we have, Rollins and or Riddle, basically in a tie, and then it's Drew, Sammy, Moss, Sheamus, and Omos. In that order. Best to worst. Chance to win, in my opinion. That's how I think it'll go. So let's go here. Bell rings. Yeah, who cashed in on him there, Michael Cole? You bring that up, but then you don't say who cashed in on him. Oh, here comes Adam Pearce. They're going to add an 8th competitor. Postman Adam Pearce with the mail, with some news. A special night in Vegas. Of course, it was Dean Ambrose, John Moxley who cashed in. They don't want to say that. We're going to have an 8th participant. Who's it going to be? Yeah, we're going to add to the main event. We're going to add another participant to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We're going to raise it. 8th competitor is who? Austin Theory. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Jesus fucking Christ. Watch, this stupid fucking son of a bitch is now gonna fucking win. Everybody in the damn ring's pissed off. He shakes hands with Pierce. Yeah, Theory's probably gonna fucking win this now. Fuck you. God damn it. You gotta be fucking kidding me. But, once again, he's a damn good heel, and this is to piss people off. This is to get him over even more. So if they'd have Theory or Moss win, they're saying, fuck you, we don't give a shit, we do what we want anyway. But that's how it is all the damn time. Some people can't see it like that. Come on. Only make it 10 competitors. Crowd's booing them. Crowd does not like this one bit. And neither do I. Come on. Well, no wonder they had him lose the United States Championship earlier now. Alright, Riddle goes after Rollins. He gets out of the ring. They all attack Omos now in the middle of the ring. Well, McIntyre and Sheamus do. Moss and Riddle working, but then Theory, Sammy and Seth are ringside, not doing a damn thing. Jesus Christ, you add Austin Theory to this. What the fuck? Omos gets out of the ring. He's going to look under the ring for a fucking ladder. There's how many set up ringside? Where Seth and Theory try to take him out with a ladder. He knocks them down. He knocks Sheamus out with a ladder. Drew the same. Omos with a ladder just taking everybody out. Is the ladder going to hold Omos, though, if he tries to climb it? That's the big question. Omos just took out everybody with a ladder, including Riddle and Riddick Moss. Sammy's just standing there like, shh. Like, yeah, Sammy's standing there by the ring post like, be quiet. Like, don't let him know I'm here. He didn't hit me with a ladder. I'm hiding. Sammy gonna, as soon as he climbs the ladder, get back in it. And, yeah, Sammy not doing a damn thing. Sheamus goes to fight Omos. Here comes Rollins. Here comes Theory. They're really high on Austin Theory, though, if they're doing this for him. You know, to put him in this Money in the Bank ladder match after all of this. Riddle has him in a headlock. Omos on his feet, but, yeah. But they wanted that reaction. They wanted the boos for Austin Theory. He's a heel. They got what they wanted. End of story. Omos throws Moss over the top rope. And with Moss, I feel like he got his rub. He got his chance to get in, which he won. Claymore kick from Drew. Omos sent ringside, so crowd happy about Drew doing that. Put the ladder up and climb it and grab it. You know, with Moss winning that Fatal 4-Way last night on SmackDown. Ladder set up by Drew McIntyre. Remember, Alexa Bliss set up the ladder for the women and did not win. So Drew sets the ladder up and climbs. Sheamus from behind. There's a full match video with those two from a house show this time last summer. Be sure to go check out that, along with, of course, all other professional wrestling videos from events I've attended live in living color, and be sure to keep an eye out for more in the near future as well. Just be sure, once again, to subscribe. Notification bell next to it as well, so you can stay up to date. Like, follow, subscribe on social media, links in the description. Theory climbing the other side of the ladder as McIntyre and Sheamus are just fighting one another. But then they stop, they see Theory. He's like trying to joke about it. Well, don't go down, continue to climb up. Briefcase is in the air, I'm not in the ground. Nice big clothesline by Sheamus, chopped by Drew. Entered, he was put in this match, not entered. He was like, hey, you're in this match. It's not like he drew a number and won. Drew and Sheamus beating the chest of Austin Theory. Back and forth. That's 10 total. Both have done 5. Yeah, Theory is the punching bag right now. Rollins from behind with a ladder as McIntyre and Sheamus are talking it over. And now they're going to rights and left, back and forth. Rollins with a ladder takes them out. And now as they're ringside, Rollins going to throw the ladder at both of them to knock them both out. And the ladder set up in the ring for both Rollins, and then the Riddle's behind them. So they're fighting in the ring. Yeah, watch. They'll have Austin Theory win this now, probably, I bet. And the crowd's not going to like it one bit. Rollins tears down the ladder that Drew set up. Rollins going to stomp Riddle or pedigree him on the ladder. But then Riddle reverses it and throws Rollins over. And back first goes Seth on the ladder. And then Riddle with a Broton to Seth, who is still on the ladder, I might add. Sammy from behind throws Riddle out of the ring. Now Sami Zayn going to set up the ladder. Sammy's just been hiding out ringside. Sammy sets the ladder up. Here comes, who's that, Austin Theory? Or Riddick Moss, Madcap Moss? Riddick, some spears into the corner on Sammy. And then face first, he goes into the ladder. Oh, for sure. No doubt about it. Yep, exactly. That's why they could have Sammy win it. Sammy getting beat up by Moss. Let me tell him a joke. Sammy gets thrown from corner to corner into the ladder. Jesus Christ. Moss gonna set up the ladder now. I feel like if Austin Theory is going to win this, the ladder is just going to be set up. They're all other 7 are going to be fighting each other, and he's just going to run up and grab it, and then that's it. And then he'll run out, and that's how he wins it. Here comes Omos. Riddle climbing the other side of the ladder with Moss. Omos grabs Moss. Riddle still up top. Riddle can grab it. Grab it, man. Riddle, jeez. Omos catches Riddle. Slams him down. Here comes Austin Theory. Is the ladder going to hold, though, if Omos climbs the ladder? Omos has Theory in a chokeslam position. He slams him down. Jesus Christ. I'll put a hole through the mat. Omos going to try to climb the ladder. I believe that's Rollins trying to get back in the ring, if I'm not mistaken. Or somebody might jump up on the shoulders of Omos and grab it for a finish. Or that's Moss. That's Moss going to try to push the ladder over. Here comes Drew to help. And down goes Omos, but he doesn't fall because he's already how tall. They double clothesline him over the rope. He's sent ringside, so now it's Moss and McIntyre in the ring. And then Sheamus with a ladder to Omos. Riddle with a ladder to Omos. They're going to try to block him out if they can with all these ladders and cover him in ladders. So he's down and out. Yeah, just throw ladders on him. Keep him down. Why the hell not? Yeah. Yeah. All the ladders, other than a few, are covered on top of Omos at the bottom of the entrance ramp. I think the only ladder left is the one standing in the ring. Or are they not going to have any ladders left? No, there's one. There's a couple over on the other side. Yeah, and Sheamus, in the meantime, as they cover Omos, he attacks Riddle, Drew, takes them out. Rollins, in the meantime, in the middle of the ring, climbing the ladder, grabs a briefcase. Sammy on the other side. Sheamus going to set up another ladder side by side. Rollins still trying to grab it. Sammy's on their side. Sheamus climbs the ladder he set up. Here comes Austin Theory. Boos for Austin Theory. Sheamus pushes down Sammy and Seth. The ladder Sheamus set up's not in that good of a position, but you can still grab the briefcase. Theory sends Sheamus down. Here comes Moss from behind. He picks up Theory and gonna botch it a little bit, but throw him into the corner. Moss gonna position the ladder more so in the middle of the ring. Try to climb it here. Madcap Moss climbing the ladder for Money in the Bank. Oh God, the camera's even zooming in. Sammy from behind. Madcap actually gets down to attack him. There's another ladder he grabs. And face first to Sami Zayn with the top of the ladder. Sammy with a kick. And yeah, Sammy jumps over him, climbs the ladder. Sammy trying to grab the briefcase. Sammy's going through that ladder propped up into the corner. Yeah, here comes a powerbomb from Madcap Moss to Sami Zayn through the ladder. Jesus fucking Christ. More so, neck first. Show a replay of it. Oh, God. Moss and McIntyre climbing the ladder. Madcap has it, but nope. Moss and McIntyre punching it out at the top of the ladder. McIntyre going to headbutt him off. Yep. McIntyre at the top of the ladder. Drew grabbing the briefcase. Drew McIntyre's at the top. No, here comes Sheamus. Sheamus going to tip the ladder, and down goes Drew. White noise from Sheamus. Yep. Sheamus gonna reset up the ladder. Here comes Riddle from behind. The ladder's in the corner though now. It's set up, but it's in the corner. What, is somebody gonna jump from the top of the... Oh, Sheamus with a... nice big backbreaker there to Matt Riddle. Is somebody gonna jump from the top of the top rope, climb the ladder, jump and like hang on to the briefcase in midair and hope the chain holds? Sheamus gonna brogue kick Riddle here, it looks like. Riddle's gonna move out of the way. Sheamus gonna get his leg caught in the... Yeah, there you go. Right leg caught in the ladder. Riddle gonna go a DDT, or vintage Orton, if you will, Michael Cole. Yeah, there's a DDT for you. Readjust to the ladder, reset it up. Here comes Drew from behind, though. Riddle reverses knee to face. Moss from behind. Riddle. Nice kick. Kip up by Matt Riddle. And then a nice big power slam by Riddle to Rollins. Here comes Austin Theory from behind. Riddle climbs the ladder, Theory from behind. But remember, this ladder's in the corner. It's not in the middle of the ring. Riddle off the top of the ladder going to moonsault and take out Rollins, Moss, McIntyre, and Sheamus. He should have tried to grab the briefcase while he was at it. So now they're all down and out. All 8 competitors. When it was 7, it was Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, and Omos. But Austin Theory was added right before the match began if you're just not tuning in. Here comes Omos, back from the dead of ladders. Omos just taking out everybody now. Thing is, the ladder going to hold him? If he climbs all the way to the top, is it going to hold? Drew gets sent ringside. Jesus Christ. Omos going to once again try to climb the ladder. He's taking his good old time. I have no idea why. Does he not know how to set the ladder up to climb it or something? See, that's stupid. Riddle on his back another headlock. But remember, this ladder's set up now in the middle of the ring for somebody just to climb. Here comes Austin Theory out of nowhere. Nobody's paying any attention. Austin Theory climbing the ladder. Okay, Omos grabs him, thank God. Double choke slam. And straight down. Jesus Christ. Crowd should be cheering about that. Omos once again going to try to climb this ladder. Here comes Sheamus. Bro kick to the side of the face of Omos. Here comes Sami Zayn. Haluba kick into the corner on Omos. Riddle going to try to flip him over ringside. Moss going to try to pick him up and flip him over. And Omos technically eliminated if it was a battle royal of some sorts. There's a big headbutt from Drew, but, you know, it's a ladder match, so everybody legal, whether you're in or out. Here's a stomp by Rollins on the ring apron to Omos. Good sequence there. They had that lined up pretty good. And now they're going to put Omos through the announce table. They're going to shield powerbomb Omos through the announce table, it looks like. And he'll be down and out then. Yeah. They're going to, as a team, all 7 of them, powerbomb Omos. I believe all other 7 competitors are there. No, I don't think Theory was in that. Drew, Moss, Riddle, Rollins, Sheamus, and Sami. Where the fuck's Austin Theory? Where is Austin Theory at? He did not powerbomb Omos with them. Watch, Theory's probably going to be on the top of the ladder when they pan back. No? Yeah, where the hell did Austin Theory go? Okay, now they're all going to fight ringside, but there's Austin Theory. Where the hell is he? Drew and Sheamus are working at it. Riddle and Rollins and Sami and Moss. But Sami's back into the ring. Sami climbing the ladder. Drew gonna grab him by his left foot. Where the hell did Austin Theory go? He got chokeslammed by Omos a few times, but he couldn't have went far. Sammy gets thrown face first on the ladder.
What a physical battle this has been.
Sheamus with a ladder right to Drew.
The two rivals finding themselves with space and opportunity.
Sheamus gonna prop up a ladder on the top rope in the corner.
These matches. He knows every trick in the book. Remember, he promised that he was going to take McIntyre out back and win this thing despite the Scottish Warrior.
Drew, DDT on Sheamus. Drew gonna reset the ladder, prop it back up.
McIntyre with Sheamus in trouble to try to set up that ladder and somehow
Austin Theory's ringside on the other side, front row in front of green shirt guys, where he's at. The ref's talking to him right now. He just popped his head up. And somebody's running down. That's Pete Dunne, Butch. Butch from behind. And he's going to climb the ladder and bypass Drew McIntyre. Actually, he's on McIntyre's back now. What if he would win? Would Sheamus win it then at that point? I would think so. Yeah, for the Brawling Brutes, Peaky Blinders. Yeah, Drew trying to climb the ladder, but Pete Dunne's on his back. And Sheamus is stuck under the ladder. Sheamus with a brogue kick to Drew. And Pete Dunne got taken out with it too, but... Alright. Yeah, Drew's now stuck under the ladder. And Sheamus is going to try to climb the other side. Nobody stops Sheamus. Sheamus is up top of the ladder. Sheamus is grabbing the Money in the Bank briefcase. But Drew's going to... Remember that ladder Sheamus set up in the corner. Drew's going to, from the bottom of the ladder, push him back. And Sheamus is going to go through the ladder he set up on the top rope in the corner. Yeah, but he didn't even go through. He just fell. So they tried. It didn't work. There's a Claymore kick from Drew to Pete Dunne Butch. Kept up by McIntyre. Omos is down and out ringside. Theory was out ringside as well after a few choke slams, but wouldn't be shocked if he gets back into it. Where's Riddle and Rollins at right now? Drew climbing the ladder. Sheamus from behind. Gonna pull him down. Sheamus gonna try to climb the ladder again. Drew gonna climb the other side. Here comes Sammy. Sammy's going to push them both off. They're both going to go like face first off of that ladder they propped up in the corner. And then Seth was ringside and got hit with it. Sammy going to prop it up. Sami Zayn going to climb the ladder. Sami Zayn climbing the ladder. Oost Sami Zayn for the bloodline. Climbing the ladder. And sits on the top of the ladder and grabs the briefcase, but Austin Theory, or Madcap Moss from behind, he pushes him off. Moss trying to grab it. But then Rollins gonna tip the ladder. Shit. Fuck, he got slammed down. Before he just gets stomped by Rollins. Alright. Rollins going to set up the ladder. Rollins climbing the ladder. Here comes Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle gonna, with that ladder, hit Rollins off. And Riddle's gonna set up a taller ladder. Riddle gonna climb that very ladder. Rollins on the other one right beside him, trying to hold him down. Rollins with some punches. Riddle gets knocked off. Rollins off the smaller ladder, gonna try to get on the bigger ladder and grab the briefcase. Rollins in between the two ladders trying to grab the briefcase now. Riddle back up. Riddle gonna RKO Rollins off the top of the ladder. Holy shit. Riddle with an RKO to Rollins off the ladder. Holy shit chant from the crowd. That was good. Jesus Christ. So Austin Theory is the last one to still not get back in this after getting a double choke slam from Omos. Yeah. Riddle after the RKO. Riddle gonna climb the ladder. Matt Riddle climbing the ladder. But guess what? Here comes Austin Theory. Austin Theory climbing the other side. Riddle trying to grab it. Riddle might grab it, but Theory might take it. Boos for Austin Theory. Some punches back and forth with Riddle and Theory. Boo, yay. Riddle with a slap to the chest. Riddle still trying to grab the briefcase. Riddle and Theory at the top of the ladder. Theory pushes Riddle off. And Theory's at the top of the ladder all by himself. And Austin Theory grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Austin Theory wins Money in the Bank. Jesus fucking Christ. Austin Theory wins Money in the Bank. Enters at number 8 right before the match began. Everybody's booing this, walking out of the building. Austin Theory is your men's Money in the Bank winner. They're obviously real high on him. They wanted to put him in this match and have him win the damn thing without that being the case. You'll get Rollins and Riddle in a singles feud because Cody and, Orton are hurt. They've teased that. You'll still get Drew and Sheamus. Moss, they'll figure something out with him. Omos is the Giant. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the meantime. As Theory grabbed the briefcase, he got down, got his phone, started taking some selfies as he climbed back up the ladder with the briefcase. Here's some replays. And Theory's, your Money in the Bank winner. And they need to split the titles. I've said that, off of Roman Reigns, or insert a new title. If they're not doing Theory and John Cena right now, well, Theory's your Money in the Bank winner now, and maybe when Cena comes back, Theory's champion. Cena gets that 17th run, 17th reign as champion, surpassing Ric Flair. He's going to have his, final match if he doesn't die halfway through it. In a few weeks, SummerSlam weekend as well. Also in Nashville, but yeah, you'll get your single feuds with Rollins and Riddle, McIntyre and Sheamus probably. Figure out what they do with Moss. Omos is your Giant. Sammy's in the bloodline for right now. And Austin Theory, who was added in, late as they give us the closing credits. Austin Theory basically just waited and waited and waited after he got chokeslammed a few times there by Omos. Waited until the end, went up to Riddle, pushed him off, and this is after Riddle hit an RKO to Rollins off top of the ladder, and then grabbed it, taking selfies, and Austin Theory is your men's Money in the Bank winner here tonight, so we'll see what they do with him. But good show, best match, the tag team title match with the Usos and Street Profits, and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Both men's and women's ladder matches were good. Liv Morgan won. She cashed in on Ronda Rousey after she defeated Natalya and successfully won as well. So Liv Morgan's your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Bianca Belair, she retained her Raw Women's Championship over Carmella. And then the second match of the night was Austin Theory Bobby Lashley the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley won, so he's your new U.S. champion. But then in the main event that we just saw here, it was the 7 of Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, and Omos. But then, right before the bell rang, out came Postman Adam Pearce delivering the mail that said Austin Theory's in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match now to make it 8. And then Austin Theory ends up winning. So, Austin Theory, your men's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. He's now the holder in possession of the briefcase for the next calendar year and or until he cashes in. And we'll see if that will be a successful cash in when he does or not. 85% of cash-ins are successful since 2005, thanks to Chris Jericho for the Money in the Bank idea that sets the course for the calendar year to championship in waiting, contract cash in anytime, anywhere, championship of your choosing to become champion. So with Reigns as your undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion, having both the WWE and Universal title, we'll see if they split those or, have him lose one of them to Brock, or he retains both of them. You split them, lose one to Brock, have Theory cash in on Lesnar. Okay. Just trying to think here. SummerSlam's in 4 weeks. Hopefully we'll tune back in for those live watch along reactions live here on YouTube. And then Clash at the Castle is Labor Day weekend. The night before All Out. Like the day before All Out. Because it's going to be on here in the States at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon probably. Yeah, either split the titles off of Reigns or you insert a new title. But I could see them having Lesnar beat Reigns for the WWE title. Okay, he's on Raw. Reigns is on SmackDown. WWE and Universal Champions, respectively. And then Theory is your Money in the Bank holder. And then he can cash in on Brock, potentially, and become WWE Champion. Because they're obviously really, really high on him. And I mean, rightfully so. Once again, he's a damn good heel. He's just so fucking annoying sometimes, but he's just damn good at being a heel, and he's damn good at his job. And he's always done what he's told. So, he's Vince's, prodigal son, if you will. He's a prodigy in the WWE right now. So they have him lose the United States Championship, but at the end of the night, he becomes Mr. Money in the Bank. So, yeah, we'll see what they do. But I would think they're going to hold off on Austin Theory, John Cena for now. They could still do it at SummerSlam, potentially for the briefcase. I highly doubt it. But then at the same time, like I said a little bit ago, if Theory would cash in, say after they would split the titles off of Reigns, or have him win one of the titles off of Reigns or off of Lesnar, presumably the WWE Championship, and then Theory's your WWE Champion. Then at that point, after he, wins, you have Cena come back, get him that 17th reign, put over Theory in the process. Theory's getting over whether you like it or not. And I mean, at least it's better than Madcap Moss, among a few others. All these other single stories, we'll see what they do, match-wise down the road. I mean, SummerSlam will probably be a good card. Probably up there. I'm not necessarily going to say number-wise, because it's not going to be 2 nights, but... And not potentially even quality-wise to WrestleMania, but... SummerSlam's their second biggest show of the year, followed by the Rumble and Money in the Bank, and then you have Survivor Series. And now, of course, you have all your overseas shows, which will get Clash of the Castle and Crown Jewel here, before Thanksgiving. But, and then, hell, even after that, day one, and then on the road to WrestleMania. But it's going to be interesting to see how they book all this. But those are just, of course, my immediate thoughts on, what I'm thinking with what they could potentially do, moving forward. So of course, hoping for either Rollins or Riddle. Been hammering for Riddle to win the Rumble, or Money in the Bank maybe next year, for Riddle and Money in the Bank. Um, just because, well, once Orton comes back, damn well they're going to have that match at WrestleMania next year. So then that gives you a couple months to build him back up, have him win Money in the Bank next year to become world champion. If they're going to have him, via cash in that way rather than just get a title shot. But I think that's how you got to do it with him. There's going to be a lot of people pissed off about what just happened with Austin Theory, and rightfully so. But that's what they think, of course, is best for business. Even though Vince technically ain't in charge, damn well he's still his. But with his daughter and Stephanie McMahon, the interim CEO, Vince is still running roughshod backstage, and this has his name written all over it to do this with Austin Theory, to push him to the top. If they honestly see him potentially as the next John Cena, I said earlier potentially we could see somebody be propelled into superstardom tonight. Well, Austin Theory just won Money in the Bank, so if that doesn't say what I said earlier, I don't know what does then. But yeah, Austin Theory is your Money in the Bank winner. As Liv Morgan was on the women's side, she cashed in. She's your new SmackDown Women's Champion. We'll see where and when and against who they have Austin Theory cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on. But of course, that's why, of course, we got to watch. They always keep us on the edge of our seat. Damn good main event. Austin Theory with the win. So, yeah. Once again, those are just my immediate thoughts and opinions. I'll leave it at that for the time being. But, just once again, thank you for tuning in and listening to my audio-only WWE Money in the Bank live watch-along reactions. Live right here on YouTube. But, that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports. Cool and Luke 96, live right here on YouTube. Once again, be sure to keep an eye out for a video on WrestleMania Backlash, Double or Nothing, Hell in a Cell, Forbidden Door, Blood and Guts, Money in the Bank, along with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, MJF, and Vince McMahon. And then I'll see everybody 4 weeks from now, Saturday, July the 30th, for WWE SummerSlam, in which we'll see a last man standing match with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world, among other matches. But following Money in the Bank, once again, Austin Theory, A-Town down. Austin Theory is your men's Money in the Bank match winner and the sole possessor of the briefcase, at least for the next calendar year, and or until he chooses to cash in. We'll see a successful cash in when he tries to. But 85% chance of winning the title once you do cash in. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what they do. But I'll leave it at that for the time being. So just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to, once again, like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description. Keep an eye out for that video as mentioned. And then hope to see everybody for WWE SummerSlam 4 weeks from now. Hopefully everyone has a happy and safe 4th of July weekend as well. But, Austin Theory is your men's Money in the Bank winner. We'll see what happens on Raw and SmackDown as we move into July now. Into SummerSlam, on the road to SummerSlam. That Money in the Bank, of course, a little earlier than usual this year, as is SummerSlam. But then Clash at the Castle, Labor Day weekend. But, with everything I just said, like I said, I'll leave it at that for the time being. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. And I'll see everybody for WWE SummerSlam. But be sure to keep an eye out for that video as mentioned. But, 4 weeks from now, WWE SummerSlam from Music City, in Nashville. But following Money in the Bank from Sin City to Las Vegas, Nevada, Austin Theory just hit a 777 and won the Money in the Bank briefcase.